Tonight's show. This is part two. We have Tearle with us again today. We're going to bring him on in a minute. But here's my good buddy. How you doing tonight, man?
How you doing, Terry? Nice to
So
see
good to
you.
see you. Have you had a good week?
Yeah, not too bad.
Not too bad. You look exactly like you did last time.
I th- I think I look exactly like I did in high school.
Right, right. Did you bring anything you want to quickly show everybody?
um, no,
Okay,
but
that's
I will
fine.
show you
That's
something. I'll show you something real quick.
all right. Go ahead.
It's just right behind me, and this is a guy. This is a. This is of course um, a vintage Joe. This guy has the try to get him up close. He has a wonderful head sculpt.
He
He
does.
has,
He does.
and of course, I put on these. This is a, probably a dragon helmet,
Right,
you know.
right.
But this is how we always wanted our Joes to look
That's right. We did.
with the that wonderful netted helmet and the 1941 jacket and that M1 carbine. You know.
I watched Pacific last night. I probably watch it about twice a year, and they were using the that carbine, and I said, man, if they'd all had that, it might have helped. Well, anyway, here we're going to bring on our guest, Tearle. Without further ado, here he comes.
Hello, gents.
So, how are you tonight, brother?
Doing good. Doing good. I went to the secret bins and brought out some more stuff. You know,
You're going to share with us your creations to begin with tonight, and look at behind him, y'all. Look at behind him.
Yeah, that's my. So there's actually another case on the far side here, and then there's another case right here. So I have 6 cases. They're pretty large. The whole door slides open, so it's pretty accessible. So right in back of me is the 69 case. So I have the 2 talking astronaut variations with the cloth cap and the regular cap. Then I have the 2 the Aquanaut in the box. Then I have the 2 black, or back then Negro adventurers. The Sears variation with the French uniform, and the regular adventure there. So 69 is, I don't have a ton of box stuff. I like the box stuff that you can take the stuff out and then put it back. I don't own any vintage window boxes that are sealed. I've had like 5 Skyhawks sealed, and I get to the point where I'm about to open them and then I sell them. The 69, though, I have all the boxes for that. And then on this side is 67, 68. So I have a Crash Crew truck. It's my Foot Locker with the original band on it. Here's the race car driver, the air security, the nurse.
Is she getting harder to find, the nurse?
She's out there, like finding her complete, like it's, there's some tough pieces to find, like, the stockings that aren't torn and the hat and the shoes, I have to think there's more out there because she didn't sell,
Yeah.
I remember having her I had the nurse in my hand,
Okay.
As a kid. My mom made me put it back.
Okay.
One of the guys,
Yeah. What's the reason that the French Foreign Legion sometimes has a light coat and then sometimes has a dark coat? The dark blue and the light blue. Is there a reason for that?
Which one? The French
Foreign Legion.
You mean the Soldiers of the World guy?
Yeah. Because I've seen them for sale, and when you look at the uniform, sometimes they have a light blue, and then sometimes they have a dark blue, and I can't seem to figure out why, or get anybody to tell me why are the uniforms different looking color.
So you mean the Action Man? Action Man did a French Foreign Legion. They did the French Resistance guy. I don't really know. I don't have a lot of Action Man stuff. I have a few vintage pieces.
Okay.
I would guess that it's probably the same reason that they have variations with the Joe stuff. It may be a later release of the same thing. You know, when they're making stuff in China, you know, like you know, there's variations in terms of they say that, you know, these goggles came with this and these boots were in this, and you know, it's hard to tell. You know, I mean, it was all like put together in China.
True.
You know? So at 4:30, you know, on a Friday afternoon, and they have to get X number of pieces out, and all they had, you know, they ran out of these boots, and they have these boots. You know.
Hey, Rick, if you have a question, just butt in, okay?
Okay. I will.
Yeah, it's so I'm missing. I collect from 64 to 74, and I'm missing one set, which I may or may not buy, and it's the Canadian Mountie gift set. I have a Mountie. He's in this case right over here, probably in this corner right over here. That's him right there. Mountie. My state trooper's complete with the glasses and the handcuffs, which are kind of hard to get. I had to piece them together. It took a long time. But, you know, prices are crazy again. So, you know, nurses are going for like insane money loose, you know. You know, so, you know, so I've been, like I was saying last time, you know, I've been buying a lot of the custom stuff. I love the custom stuff, the show stuff, and like the Joanna stuff and the Kentucky stuff. You know, when I make stuff other than I make the wetsuits, the latex wetsuits. I do all variations of the orange with the yellow zipper, the transitional orange zipper, the black zipper from the 60s. You know, the adventure team was the orange with the yellow zipper, and then they had a transitional time probably in the 69 to 70 era where they had an orange zipper. I make the black suits. I do the yellow tops from the hidden missile set from the A-Team. There's debate about what color the Jaws of Death 75 set wetsuit was. So some people say it's tan, some people say it's gray. So I make a gray and a tan. So well, everyone's happy. And then I've done some other colors. Like I did the exclusive for the DFW show about 3 years ago. It was a underwater demolition team diver, and the original frogmen, they had OD green suits. That's why they were called frogmen. And then they later became SEALs. So I did that.
Is that when they went to black?
I'm not sure. I think for a while they were still using the same color, but then you see them change probably around Vietnam time to like black, or maybe Korean War time. So, but I make the deep sea dive suits in 13 colors. They're canvas, like duck canvas with a PVC liner, so they won't fall apart. You know, they won't crumble inside. Same with the latex. It's a latex blend. It feels exactly like the original. I tend to make them a little bit thinner because one of my complaints with the original wetsuits is they were a little too thick and it was hard to pose your figure. So
but your rubber is better, right?
Yeah. It's, you know, I've been making them for coming up on 5 years, I think. And
oh wow.
I have friends that live in very dry places that don't have them in cases, and they're just as soft as they were. So it's a blend. So I don't think anything's going to happen to it.
Yeah.
So Tearle,
yeah.
You 60th anniversary Joe's is coming up. Got anything planned?
I hopefully will be releasing a set that Hasbro was going to do in 67, a window box set. I have the original artwork, and my plan is I'm not sure how many I'm going to do, but my plan is to release that set.
Is that the one you've told me about, but we're not going to talk about it?
Yeah. the Deep Dark Secret set.
Yeah. Well,
There's 2 sets that I was going to release for my show that I did in September, but I ran out of money because Kentucky and Jolanta were like 3 or 4 weeks apart. I ran out of money. So for Jolanta, well, for Kentucky, the theme was Invasion of Spy Island. So there was 5 of us that did exclusives, and they were all connected. And actually, Brad Curry did a huge diorama.
yes.
I don't know how he carded it there. It was huge. So I did an underwater demolition with a landmine, a black suit, a rebreather, the whole 9 yards. And Larry Selman did the artwork for that. And,
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then for Jolanta, I did a Jaws of Death type set. It was Underwater Covert Operations, it's called. So if you've seen the clam from the original set, it's this little tiny molded plastic white clam with a little molded plastic relief radio inside. So my clam is giant. It's 6.5 inches long, 6 inches wide, and about 5.5 inches this way.
Yeah. And
then when you open it up, there's a touch screen inside, and it's the talking commander talking and telling you the mission. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw that the other day. I think we've got one listed on our page. What was it, about $250 or something like that plus shipping?
Yeah, $250 plus shipping. It has a chocolate brown, because I didn't want any more controversy over the Jaws of Death wetsuit color.
Right.
Chocolate brown wetsuit, which is actually close to the color of the Jaws of Death wetsuit when it starts to deteriorate. So
okay.
So it comes with that, and then there's a hybrid sea sled, which is a cross between the original sea sled, the Underwater Explorer, and the yellow Danger of the Depths sled.
Well, I'm working with Greg, and I might want to talk to you too, to get your pick your brain about it later, because we're trying to make one that'll come out this year sometime for the 60th anniversary too.
Yeah.
But
I have a couple other ideas in the works.
I'll talk to you later. I don't want to get into that right now. But anyway.
But I was going to do 2 figure. I live in upstate New York. I live right outside of Saratoga Springs. And the Battle of Saratoga is where General Schuyler accepted Burgoyne's surrender. Actually in a town called Schuylerville, which is right out. It was considered the town of Saratoga. So the Saratoga battlefield's up there. So I intended to release 2 figures for my show, but I ran out of money. And one is a 62nd Regiment of the Foot Brit, and the other one is a New York Continental Regimental Soldier. And I had Larry Selman do original artwork for both of those.
Yeah.
So that works too. So I want to dive into the bin of cool.
Go ahead. Dive in.
I didn't get to talk much about a couple of customizers, so I tried to bring some other custom stuff. But I wanted to show you. This is Mark Cole's Sailor Basics. It's got a cloth cap, got a dicky, but this neckerchief right here has wire in it, so you sewn into it, so you can mold it. It's very cool. It's
nice,
unbelievable, and he just packages stuff really cool too.
Does he do all the work, or does he farm any of it out?
He doesn't farm any of it out. His son may help him.
Okay.
Do some of the sewing, but Mark does most everything. I have some other Mark Cole stuff I'm going to show you. So there was a San Antonio show years ago, and this was a collaborative between Joe Brothers and Augie Romero, who at the time was doing regimentals. Now he does battle gear toys. And they did two figures for that show. One was a B-17 gunner, which I haven't gotten yet. I might have him loose. I got to look. Yes, it was the Turning Point. It was. It's a very cool place. If you ever get to upstate New York, there's actually trees in New York, upstate. So where I live is about 3 hours from the city, 3 hours from Boston, and about 3 hours from Montreal.
Well, was that was that the surrender that Benedict Arnold was upset that he wasn't given more credit
Yes.
for the victory?
Yeah.
Okay.
Poor Benedict. So they did two figures, a B-17 gunner, and then they did a Geiper Jaeger.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's very cool.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a nice
only
figure.
they only actually made like 4 or 5 of these, according to Odd.
That is just amazing.
Yeah. So I was on eBay, and this woman, I don't think she knew anything about. I knew nothing about it when I bought it. I thought it was cool, so I bought it.
Did you look up under something specific? I mean, what were you looking for, the maker of it, or how did you find it?
I don't even remember. There were like these lots, and
Okay.
It had a bunch of Aces stuff, and it had a bunch of Eva Thompson stuff.
Yeah.
And it had this figure, So I got that for like $15 shipped.
I'd like to get me some of that Eva Thompson stuff.
It's around. I mean, I'll look through my bin, my Eva bin, and see what I have. But so this next one, this is cool. Let's move these over a little bit.
Somebody in the chat is wanting to know if you can show your diver suit when you get a second there.
Yeah, actually, I have some diver suits in my room here. So this is the Tom Hanks.
Oh,
Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah.
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 So there's 2 different versions of this. Actually, what floated around first was the head. They made a whole bunch of the heads, and those got out. And that's around the time that they were putting out the Normandy Ranger from the club. So people were taking the Normandy Ranger, which this essentially is the Normandy Ranger, or became the Normandy Ranger when Spielberg pulled the plug on the Saving Private
on the head. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So basically, there's a version that says movie heroes, like the Bob Hope. It's the same insignia that comes on the Bob Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this version. So there's question about how many they were actually made. There's fewer of the ones with the stickers, and I believe there's somewhere around 100 to 150 of this version. And most of these went to Tom Hanks himself and gave them out at a party at his house. And, so I was on eBay I'm eating my lunch one day at the school I worked at. I'm on eBay, and this guy's like, yeah, I got this in an estate sale. I don't really know much about it. And he had a buy it now price of like $247. And I never typed so fast in my life.
Right. That's right.
There you go.
Buy it now.
There's one on eBay right now that has the Hollywood stickers on it. And I think it's like $5,000 the guy wants.
Right.
No one's
Right.
But anyway. Let's see. What do I have here? I have so I talked about Paul Ivy before. Paul Ivy is a great customizer and a really nice guy. Fortunately, he's not with us anymore. But he, in the 90s was doing, a lot of, like one of the first guys to do a lot of Vietnam era stuff. Did some like law enforcement SWAT guys. I think I have a SWAT guy in the mystery pile. So
yeah, I have some of his stuff.
Yeah, this is his doctor.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, he has a female. I have the female version too, but
okay.
Don't want to overkill here.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and then
what body did he use for the female?
He basically just did the uniforms, and you put it.
Oh, he did the uniform. Okay.
Yeah, so I put it on a G.I. Jane.
Okay.
Nurse.
Yeah, from Vietnam. That would work. Yeah.
So this is another tripwire. This is like more of a Desert Storm camo. But all the stuff's like handmade, hand sewn.
Amazing stuff. That's just amazing.
He cast the weapons, he cast the grenades, all that stuff, pistols, everything. This is a Tripwire Toys SWAT uniform. Let's see if I can get him up there.
Yep. I remember his stuff.
The chin strap.
Well,
the chin strap.
I heard that Greg was still in contact with them and was trying to get them to either give patterns or make stuff again.
Well, Paul's not around, so his wife, actually Greg, I got a whole bunch of he bought a bunch of stuff that Paul's wife
Okay,
had in the house.
that's what he did. Okay,
And
and did you buy it then?
well, it's funny. He did the last time he did the Hershey show. We were talking about Paul Ivy. He goes, "Yeah, I bought a bunch of stuff." He goes, "I'll sort through it and I'll see what I can get for you." So I hadn't even finished setting up. Like I was just starting to set up at the Hershey. He comes over with this bag of stuff, like a dealer, like a crack dealer. He's like, "Hey, here's the Paul Ivy stuff." And I'm like, "What do you want?" He's like, $500. I'm like, "All right." I didn't sell it. I mean, I didn't pay him right then, so I hadn't sold anything, but he knows I'm good for it.
Right.
So, and this is this is a major midnight.
Somebody wants to know if you'll be at the DFW show.
I probably won't be at DFW this year. I want to eventually go. I got to figure out, how to do the travel cost effective. So here's a major midnight World War II pilot. Everything's handled.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
The oxygen mask.
It's amazing.
Yeah. He's another one. I don't believe, like, he'll pop up every once in a while on eBay selling stuff, but I don't believe he makes stuff anymore. But he made tanks, figures, everything. I just picked this one up recently. Actually last year at the Hershey show. I went into this guy's booth. No, it was at Kentucky. I'm sorry. I go into the guy's booth. I bought stuff from him before, and I went back through the booth again, and I saw behind this other figure was this, box, and it was Paul Ivy's State Trooper.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And I just bought in an auction. It was a convention State Trooper. I have no idea what convention it was from, but it's got light blue epaulets on the shoulders. It's not a Cotswold uniform. It's not a Paul Ivy uniform. It's got a recast of the original handcuffs and a recast of the glasses. It's amazing. I haven't put it on a figure yet, so I can't show you, but I have no idea where it's from. I'm still trying to find out. I was trying to get the provenance from the auction people, and the guy hasn't found it yet. So he's going to try and get it for me so I can find out. So I showed you the DeSimone drill instructor last time. This is the drill instructor on the figure.
Oh my goodness.
And here's the hat. It's a blocked hat.
Nice.
Semper Fi
Nice.
insignia on it. Really nice.
That is amazing.
Yeah, and it's made from a drill instructor's uniform.
Yeah. I think you said that when you showed it last week.
Yeah. So this is from the NorCal convention, Northern California. This is their World War I doughboy that they did.
Oh.
Yeah, he's very nice.
Very nice. Yeah, very nice.
Do you have the Trenchers doughboy?
I do. There's two versions. There is the there's one that has a long trench coat, and then there's one that does not. I'm not sure. I had two of them, and I'm hoping that I didn't sell the one with the trench coat, but I might have. Yeah. And this was a company called M&M Collectibles. They did a Blue Angel pilot.
Okay.
And wait till you see the helmet on this dude. Got him in a baggie. Oh, why I did that. So this is their Blue Angel pilot.
Oh yeah! Wow,
That's
nice.
Amazing, man. That is amazing.
I mean, great. They were M&M Collectibles, and it came with a lot of cool paperwork and a whole write-up about the Blue Angels. I mean, Hasbro did a really nice job, in the timeless collection.
Murray says you're way too organized, man.
Well, you know what, Murray? I put up a good front. I'm not.
Thank you, Murray, for tuning in. I can't get Murray to be on the show. He just won't be on the show.
Huh. All right, this is the Polo Moreno.
Maybe he's won't be on the show because he's too disorganized.
I'm the opposite of organized. So this is Polo Moreno's one of Polo Moreno's pilots. It's got the oxygen tank here, and this is a Polo Moreno original.
Man, that is amazing.
Boots, yeah.
You know, one year I was going to Joe Lanta.
Yeah.
And I got so many messages from people that said, Terry, I'm going to be at Joe Atlanta, but I don't have a parachute. Where can I get a parachute?
Oh.
And do you know I sold 15 parachutes that year?
Really?
I just bought a bunch of them on eBay and brought them with me and sold them.
So this is a Major Midnight Japanese paratrooper.
Now, who is Major Midnight? Do you know
Major
anything about
Midnight
it?
Out of he was a customizer out of California. This is the parachute.
Have you ever opened it up? Is anything in it?
No, it's
Okay.
just foam inside of it.
Okay.
But it's it's got the skull cap, the fur collar. I mean, everything is just like handmade. You can't really.
Right.
Yeah, he's a great customizer. His stuff was like really.
And he just got out of it too?
Yeah, a lot of them did, like Soldiers Through Time. So Mike Hers did he and Bruce Zalkin, they had Mars that did the 30th anniversary show on the Intrepid. They did the 95 show in Chicago. And then Mike took it over as Magic Productions, MAJIC, and he did the Florida Space Coast show in 96. And for that, he did all the creators were there. Weston, Jerry Einhorn, Sam Spears, Don Levine, Janet Dowling Taylor. I mean, they were all there. Sam Petrucci. So you could get all the creators to sign your Masterpiece edition, which was pretty cool.
Wow.
I have that somewhere in my disorganization, Murray.
Were you ever part of the Flash Force?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not knowingly, I will say.
Well, this guy created this kind of like a secret G.I. Joe organization, but it really wasn't secret, but presented it as a secret organization. And he used a lot of the same stuff that was used by the military because he was in the military.
Yeah.
And he almost got arrested by the United States government because of some of the stuff that he let out.
Wow.
But anybody that became part of Flash Force, they would get this private or this top secret stuff. It wasn't really top secret, but he would pretend like it was.
Huh.
Anyway, the thing that connected me to them was at one of the shows, all of the Flash Force got together and made a cardboard Black Hawk helicopter.
Oh wow!
And it was full size.
Yeah, I remember seeing the helicopter.
Yeah, and that was Flash Force.
Oh, that's cool. Well, now I got to find some other stuff. Thanks a lot, Terry.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So, my friend Mike, he did a shuttle pilot, space shuttle pilot. He did a white and African American version, and then he was going to do a female version, but Hasbro said no.
No,
they were about to release G.I. Jane, the helicopter pilot.
Okay.
He did 2 versions. That's one. There's only 12 of these.
And what is that now?
It's a shuttle pilot.
A shuttle pilot.
Yeah.
And there's only 12 of them.
Same packaging. There's only 12. It's got the little.
Oh my goodness.
2 versions. I have both of them, of course. Yeah. Got to have the blondes too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So when they did the 30th anniversary, they did the show on the Intrepid, and if you bought the Officers Club package, you got a commemorative pilot. Then it had the logo for the 30th anniversary on the back of the jacket, and it had kind of a crusher cap type of thing. You had to go to the Hasbro showroom to get it and eat the worst fried chicken takeout meal you ever had. And then Don Levine got up and, you know, started telling the story of G.I. Joe. Well, I mean, I think Don got kind of caught up in the attention from that. Like the story that he told at the 94 convention was like, you would have thought Don was like whittling the figures by himself, you know, and then it kind of changed over time as it got, you know, other people got involved.
Well, somebody sold me a figure that they claimed that Don Levine had held in his hand because they had a picture of him holding it, but it turned out that he was holding a figure like mine, but it wasn't mine.
Yeah. I have some Don Levine stuff. A couple of, like when he, I mean, unfortunately, when he passed away, the government came in and took just about everything. His house, everything, I guess for like back taxes or something. But
yeah, Murray's talking about Project R and Adventure Gear, and I
Yeah.
bought a lot from Project R. I really hated to see them go.
Yeah, in fact, I bought a bunch of stuff when I went to Joanna in 2014. He was clearing out stuff. He was finishing up then. So they did it what they call the FX pilot.
Okay.
So the FX pilot was from the FX show on 95. And so the one you got was, you know, with the shearling hat, gold dog tag. It's got the skull cap.
Uh-huh.
And then they put it in the same packaging. They must have had a lot of these boxes. And then they just put the sticker down here. And then it came with a manual that's got a number on it. And this one's number 1, actually.
Oh, boy. Number 1.
Wow.
Yeah, I bought Mike's collection. So he had all the number 1s. And then if you were a staff member, you got this version, which is in a photo box. Which one is this? Yeah, so.
Yeah, Murray, I bought a lot of good stuff as they were closing out, and I wish I'd have bought more.
Yeah, so this is the photo box version of the FX pilot.
Okay.
Same pilot. If you look on the box, he's wearing a black jacket. He's got a black skull cap. So the guy who designed this was Dave Kunitz, who worked for Hasbro during the 30th anniversary. And at the Sotheby's auction, sold, like there were some custom figures that were made by Hasbro employees that they thought would commemorate the 30th anniversary. There was a revolutionary figure. There was a kind of dress pilot. And Dave Kunitz did one like this. And like the detail on the inside of the jacket, it was all silk and it was a map of the Japan Sea. And it went for $6,500. So Dave did this.
Murray says, "What don't you have?"
Space. I don't have space, Murray. One that Dave, when he did the prototype, he did this guy, which is this guy.
Amazing.
Prototype. And inside there's a Christmas card. Happy birthday, G.I. Joe, from Dave Kunitz. So that's pretty cool.
And so you got all of Dave Kunitz's figures then. You got them all. Nobody else can buy any because you got them all, right?
Yeah, I got all of Mike Herz's, most of Mike Herz's stuff. He made that for Mike. So at the 97 show in Philadelphia, they did a staff doll of Lady J.
Oh, my goodness.
So you don't find these much anymore. There's only like 75 of these. So if I can get it out of the box. Yeah, she's pretty cool. It's actually an Action Man Natalie from the 90s Joe Action Man series. So,
well, even her by herself without all that stuff on them, she's hard to find and she's expensive. She's big money.
Yeah.
And now you've doubled the money putting that in there, putting that clothes on her.
So here's
or tripled it,
stuff.
maybe.
This is Mark Cole's Dr. Strangelove figure.
Oh my goodness.
Here's the handmade cowboy hat.
Oh my goodness.
He's got a parachute. You see the neckerchief and the parachute. Sick.
It is sick.
I mean, I like going. I mean, one of the reasons I like going to Kentucky is, I mean, I love the show.
You're going to find some good stuff there. That's right.
Well, I love talking to Mark Cole. He's just like, as someone who does custom stuff, just, you know, he's kind of like Wayne Foucher. He tells you how he does stuff, you know? So, here's his his scientist.
Oh my goodness.
So those glasses, they're John Lennon glasses. They are carved around the perimeter of the lenses so that the wire frames fit into the lenses like real glasses. Stickler for detail.
Yeah, Murray, you shouldn't have sold her. You shouldn't have sold her, Murray.
No.
Sorry.
No, this was his COVID-19 doctor. He did a few of these. There's the COVID-19.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Very cool. Then we have the this is the Magnum Power he did in 2021. He's got a long trench coat. He's got the cloth hat. You can see in there it says Cole, puts the date on it.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah. All his stuff is tagged. It's got a tag. So it's got the vest underneath. You can see the vest underneath.
How many does he usually make a year?
I don't know. Not many. He usually does small runs, like 10.
10? Okay.
Yeah. Maybe less, depending. This is the, this is cool. This is one of my favorites. So this is the, I bought the camera separately, but this is the movie director. He did a movie director. And so he made a few of them that he sold at,
I think I saw this in pictures.
yeah, Jolana.
Yeah, I saw this in pictures. Oh my goodness.
The megaphone.
Right. Right.
So he made them. And then we were talking. I said, yeah, I definitely want one. And he accidentally sold mine. So he made me one. And then I got this camera to go with him.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Did he make the camera too?
No, it went to something else.
Okay.
You know, I mean, it was a pricey add-on to the director, but you got to have a camera.
I don't know who made it, but I saw a few years ago a guy that had made one of those old cameras, you know, where you'd put the cloth over your head.
Oh, yeah.
And he made the photographer and the camera, and I think there was only like 5 of them.
Yeah. Here's Mark's French Foreign Legion.
How old is that one?
2020.
2020.
Yeah. Other stuff.
Murray said he's going to have to get out his bib because he's drooling so bad.
There's a guy, his name's Thomas Heilman, and he's on Facebook, Thomas Heilman Studios.
Yeah.
He makes law enforcement guys. He does pipe.
Yeah.
They're like unbelievable.
Yeah.
So living in New York, I had him make me a New York State trooper.
Awesome. Outstanding.
Yeah. I mean, he does a fabulous job making stuff.
I've gotten a couple of his kilts from him because I was doing something for a couple of guys that need some kilts. Yeah. He made the kilts for me.
He did. And here's a breeches buoy. Mark Cole did this breeches buoy. This is one of his earlier uniforms. But he made the breeches, you know, the contraption too.
Yeah, nice.
Amazing.
Very nice.
Same material. It's very nice. And then, so Matt Squatch, I left him out. Oh, the last thing. Well, this was from the 35th anniversary. Mike Hers did this figure. It's a birthday. Happy birthday, Joe. It's got gray flocked hair. There's a guy that has one on eBay right now. He wants like $3,500 for it. So it's like, yeah, okay. Good luck. Yeah, so some of Matt Squatch's stuff. Matt Stevenson did a Dangerous Recovery. Yeah, he does the coffin box. Dave Howard does the artwork for him, and now Dave does Greg's stuff for Cotswold. So he does, these.
And so Matt made the boxes too then?
Well, Matt puts them. He puts the boxes together. Dave does the artwork.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then, so it doesn't come with a figure. It comes with a uniform, and you put them on the figure yourself. So we did like
Right.
mysterious.
Yeah. I meant to get that one and I did not.
Yeah, Spy Islands.
Those were some two good ones right there.
I mean, Matt does great stuff, and you know he's.
Did you get Logan's Run too?
Yeah, I have everything he did. It's one of each aside when he makes them. And then this is
Debbie,
Rugrats.
Go get me a bib, Debbie. I need a bib too.
This is John Coffey did Rugrats collectibles. And he did Joe Lino with Greg Sherb. So this is one. This is a space diver.
And I bet you've got his gold spacesuit too.
I do. So he did this for Joe Lanta 2012.
Yeah, I remember him. I was in the elevator with him when he was carrying those downstairs.
Yeah, the gold one he made for 2014 for the 50th. I bought two of them. I sold one, which I shouldn't have. Yeah, and then last but not least, here's a.
Just think, I could have got one for $50 that year.
This is Mike Cherry. Mike Cherry did a bunch of.
Yeah.
He did like a Baroness. He did female figures that had enhanced breasts. Yeah. You had to smuggle them home if you bought them. Get them in the door without being caught. You know.
So does she have the custom to her?
She does, and it's actually he would make a figure personally.
Okay.
So this is actually Staff Sergeant June Stroop from the U.S. Army. So I don't know where June is, but this is her figure.
Murray says you suck.
Yeah. There was he did one. It was a female Nazi tank lady.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine, who I get a lot of custom stuff from, had one, and I was like on the fence. I mean, it was a great figure. It was a Mike Cherry, but it was just too porn. You know, I mean, it looked like a porn, Nazi woman. And I'm like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
But so I ended up getting this one. So this is the only Mike Cherry one I have. So let me show you some dive suits. I have some dive suits here.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of colors. As I said, they're made of they're duck canvas with a PVC lining, so they won't crumble. So here's the tan.
There's the tan.
And here's a royal blue.
Blue. I like that blue one.
There's a green.
Mm.
Hold on, Matt. There you go. There's a royal green.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else. I make a black and a grayish and a white and a yellow. And I do OD green. Here's an orange.
Okay.
Here's the OD green.
Mm-hmm.
So, here's a navy. It's a dark blue, like a navy blue. So
if you want any of those, all you have to do is get in touch with Tearle, right?
Send me a PM. The dive suits are $35 plus shipping.
Okay.
The wetsuits, the 3-piece wetsuits, and the 2-piece Jaws of Death are $75 plus shipping.
Okay.
Latex has gone crazy.
Yeah. It's made out of oil.
Yeah. So I had to go up a little bit. I went up $5 on my suit, on my wetsuits, and.
Well, we're going to have to do this again since we've only gotten through one of your cases in 2 shows.
Yeah. Because I'm so organized, Murray.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's hard to pick, you go through stuff and you're like, I mean, I have a bin with all the stuff that I've done so far, and I'm like, whatever. If anybody wants to see pictures of some of the stuff that I've done or some of the stuff that might be coming up soon, I did a stainless steel or a aluminum shark cage. It's beautiful.
Yes, it is amazing.
Shark is like 2 feet long, and some other stuff that I've done. But you know, I can do other colors of wetsuits. I can do, you know, I did a Danger of the Depth set. I found the motors that go on the bottom of the sled. I bought every one that the guy had, but it's a blue motor. So it's a black sled that Jim Egner made for me. And, you know, I can't say enough about Jim's stuff. Jim's stuff is just unbelievable. He's a great guy to work with. You know, he just, you know, when I did my Jaws of Death homage, he came up with that sled. And I mean, he's just a really cool guy. He was supposed to come to Joe Lanta, and he was going to be at my booth, and I think he might next time in October. So he's a great guy.
Well, Action Joe is wanting to know the website. Just send Tearle a private message.
Yeah, or you can go through my website. My website is wetsuitman.com.
Wetsuitman.com. And I'm going to put that in. Let me write that down. I'm going to put that in the comments section. And I'm posting a lot of the stuff that he's doing. And Action Joe Figs, I don't know if you're a part of the group, but go to Toys Mine on Facebook. Go to my group there. Toys Mine G.I. Joe and Action Figure Toys. You can post your videos, post what you're selling, and just have fun. So, Tearle, thank you for being with us tonight, and I hope we can have you again in the future.
Yeah.
And Rick, I know you didn't get to say much, but
that's all right.
I love you, man. Thanks for being with us.
Glad to be a part of it.
All right.
Y'all all have a good night. Thank you very, very much. And remember, toys are fun.
Yeah, become a Toys Mine page member.
Amen.
Absolutely.